Congratulations on laying that nice mosaic tile floor in your bathroom. Don't get too cocky though, because you need to remember that you're a gorilla, and in the process, it appears you've chipped a couple of them. Come back after the break, we'll figure out how to dig those out of there and replace them to make it all pretty. Hey everybody, welcome back. I am James, the resident ham-fisted installation gorilla here at Mrs. Rattlecan's house. We have laid this lovely mosaic tile in the tiny bathroom, and in the process I have somehow figured out how to chip not one but two tiles. So the easy thing to do would be just to go, it's a bathroom, which would possibly be possible, except that I happen to be married to Mrs. Rattlecan, and Mrs. Rattlecan doesn't do very well. So the right thing to do is often the hard thing to do. So what we're going to do is we are going to take these two pieces of tile out. And I'm going to do it using two different tools just to make it harder. This is just a knife, nothing spectacular. But if there are some places where we need to be digging some of the grout out, then we'll use this. We'll use that on both jobs. On this tile, I'm going to use this little handheld grout removal tool, just because this one has an intersection here with this tile, and I really don't want to gouge up that tile. So we'll protect that with some blue tape, which I have curiously not brought with me, and then by hand we're going to get these. We're going to get this tile out by removing the grout by hand. My phone's going to make a lot of noise in the process. This other one right here, we're going to use our cheese grade Manchurian Wonder tool with the grout removal blade on it, and using the power of the force, try to get this out of here without chipping this tile or without chipping that tile. Chances of success, about normal for the stuff that I do, 50-50. But we'll give it a shot and try not to do too much damage. All right, I've got my protective tape on, and I'll take just a second here and remind you that you need to take the appropriate safety measures. Certainly a respirator, eye protection, hearing protection, because your responsibility is to keep yourself safe. No one else is responsible for that. So we're going to use the cheese grade Manchurian Wonder tool on this. I'm going to make this cut first, because then that, I think, will give me a little slop room to come in and do this. And then this might be interesting, because if you'll notice on this tile just a little bit south of that, it's scooshed over a little bit. This tile is apparently loose. Anyways, it's all screwed up. So let us don our safety equipment and get to it, as they say. I do that? A little bit, son of a bucket. All right. All right. Well, I told you 50-50, right? That's pretty clean, that's pretty clean, that's clean up to there. So now I'm just gonna have to go back and I may end up using this. Oh my gosh, my phone shut up. So we're all the way down to the ditcher there, which is what we want. Let's see here. Alright, let's just stop that before we screw everything up. I think I've got a chisel. I can chisel that out with right there. So there is one way to get it out. Now we're going to use that. Don't forget your mask. Now this is the one that's gonna drive me crazy because I've got an intersection of a tile here and I've got an intersection of a tile here. If I go a little bit over on this side, it's not a big deal because there's a grout line right there, there's a grout line right there. This one, pain. Now the inclination is to do this. Put that down and push back like that. Don't do that. Here, let's back out a little bit. So don't just stick something in there and then go all whack-a-mole on it. It's probably a good time to mention that this is my dedicated chisel screwdriver. There we go. There. Now we can clean that up, and you can then reinstall the tile using the thin set that you originally used. Let it cure, and then you can, you know, do your thing. Grout away. Anyways, that's two different ways to cut out a chipped tile out of a mosaic floor that you have laid that you were very proud of until you found out that you had chipped some tiles. Anyways, if you've got a better way to do that, I sure would love to hear about it. If you could put a link to it, or if you could put a comment in the comment section down below the sermon notes, I'd love to hear that. I know that other people who follow the channel and read the comments would love to hear that as well. Anyways, that's all I've got. This is Mrs. RATTLECAN'S house. I'm James. You have a great weekend. Cheers.
If you enjoyed watching this episode of Mrs. RATTLECAN'S house, consider checking out this video. Be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, and to get the latest updates on our progress, like us on Facebook. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.
Absolutely should have some wine.